Is it you and me? Orangey, you're in the shot, Orangey. You gotta move. What's up, Orange Buddy? He's a good boy. Yoda, you're doing well, aren't you? Hi, people. My name is Yoda. I have a pink nose, big round eyeballs. I look innocent, but I'm actually a major troublemaker. Don't let me fool you. Right, Yoda? Hey, Orangey. You're a good boy. Mr. Orange. What's up, buddy? Anyway, Orange, your dirty eyes are dirty still a little bit, honey. Let's see if he is. Orangey, move your butt. Yes, Yoda, you're a good boy. Tang, what's up, honey? All quiet here? I'm not sure what you mean by that, wife. Maybe other people can't comment. I was going to ask for a second if you could make a comment, and I guess you can, so. Well, there's obviously a chat. You can chat. You can say something. I don't know. Oh, Cashy Mutts. Can you explain your comment, if you don't mind? Let's see what kind of silliness we're going to get into. I have a feeling I'll have to block you here in a moment to put you in timeout. Hello there, Rosemary. I hope you're doing well. Yes, Yoda. Are you sniffing that tail there? Yes, Cashy Mutt, if you're still here, please explain your comment. Don't say something and then run away like a coward. Hello, Orangey. Hope you're doing well there, Rosemary. Cashy, you can at least explain what you mean. I mean, it's doing the cowardly way out the other way. I don't mind. Just what do you mean? Hello there, Bruce. I hope you're doing well. I give people enough rope to hang themselves on these live streams when they be silly. Rosemary, yeah, Christmas was good. Just hanging out with these kitty cats. Also got my mom out here too. out from Arizona, so she's enjoying the North Carolina-ness of it all. That's not his jokes work, LOL. Kashi, you might need to kind of rephrase that. You're actually not being coherent at the moment. I guess this is what some people would call a troll. I just call them a clown. I give them an opportunity to explain themselves. Usually with keyboard warriors and things like that, when you actually confront them, they tend to back away because they know, they're kind of cowardly in the end. That's what's funny about keyboard folk. They're little clowns. I do have a little not an experiment, a little update with Rosemary that I will talk about here when we get to Rosemary. It's not overly serious, but it is some concern and it is something to worry about somewhat. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. Hello there, Karma. Hope you're doing well. You'll just be listening in while you're driving from NC. Okay. Well, I hope you have a safe fast drive there, Karma. Crab with the knife. Trolls are engagement. That is definitely one way to look at it there, Crab. I don't really call them trolls. I normally just call them clowns, though. Not sure if you're new to the channel or not, Crab, but if you are, welcome and hello. Do you have any kitty cats there? Kashimut, especially when people don't get simple jokes. Well, see, here's the thing though, Kashimut. I don't consider equating these cats to people eating cats in China to be a joke, personally. You might, and your friends might, but I don't. And I don't think most people do either, because of the seriousness of something like that that actually takes place, unfortunately, in parts of the world. Sorry. Just a curious passerby. All right. Well, Crab, if you want to know a little bit more about this channel, we do help cats in need. We save cats. We donate all channel revenue to cat charities, cat rescue groups, and stuff like that. So I don't make a dime from this. It all goes to help our feline friends. Cats are my passion. Hello there, Tranquil. Hope you're doing well today, Tranquil. Bruce, I would think most people with like a lick of common sense in their head and a little bit of empathy or sympathy or just common sense wouldn't take that um, as a, as a joke either. There are jokes in good taste, and then there are just jokes where they just try to get a rise out of folk. But we'll see if they continue, and maybe they'll realize that, you got to have a little bit of class in life also. Kashi Mutt, I do find your sense of humor a bit funny. Do you have any cats, by the way, Kashi? Any dogs? Anything that you might care about? Just curious. Tranquil, I didn't see that you had a live earlier. I was looking for your live, but hopefully everything's okay. I didn't see that you were on. Sure. Okay. Can you name them? You have cats, dogs, what do you got? Do you have any kids also? Are you young? I gotta imagine you're probably like under 20, if I was to guess. Oh, it's pouring rain out there. Okay, Tranquil, that makes sense then. All right, Kashi, I gotta put you in timeout now, unfortunately. I'll deal with a certain amount of silliness, but after a while, we gotta put you in timeout like a naughty little boy. We'll see if you come back. Maybe you can learn a little something in the next 5 minutes as you're just listening to people. But as I was saying, to those who just popped into the live stream, I do have a little bit of an update that I got to talk about Rosemary here in a little while when I get onto Rosemary. I do get results from her T4 test, which is her thyroid test. Um, and it's not at the moment like serious, but it is something that can become serious if we don't get a handle on it quickly. But I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope you all had time to spend with your family, friends, loved ones, whether those are humans or felines or canines. Rosemary, or not Rosemary, Tranquil, do you have, has it been raining all day out there? Hey, honey. Yeah, that is true, Rosemary. Hopefully Tranquil's kitties, those outside kits, got a shelter. I think they have a place, some few places they can go to. One thing I wanted to talk about real briefly, those who are cat channels or you have a channel, whether that's Bruce, Tranquil, not sure anybody else that's on here at the moment that has any content. Something that can be really beneficial for your channel is the use of community posts. Recently, I've been very surprisingly successful with community posts. I did a community post on the 10 cats that the community sponsored back in the end of November, and both of those community posts have gotten 500 likes or so, and they brought in about 15 or 20 subscribers, people that are interested in that kind of thing. So community posts can be very beneficial if used the right way, and if they're just something that people are interested in. Hi, Yoda. Tranquil. It's been raining since this morning. Okay. If anybody is new to this live stream, my name is Adam, aka Catatainment. I do somewhat give people an opportunity if they want to be a little trolly or a little clowny to kind of explain stuff a little bit, but eventually, I do kind of drop the hammer, if you will, on them, because I won't tolerate certain things after a while. But I do give them an opportunity to kind of have a conversation, an adult conversation with another human being. But some of them just can't handle that. Bruce, you got to get back to making some content. I will say, Bruce, it is challenging sometimes to do something day in and day out, day in and day out. You just got to kind of find time to do that. But, I understand being busy, for sure. That's why I've just been doing a lot of shorts recently, just a short a day. And just kind of like a Christmassy theme. So as some of you do know, I was very anti-short for a while, especially Tranquil. I know you know that for sure, but I've changed my mind on shorts and see the power and the advantage that they can have. Also, those who know, we do donate at the end of the month. So when we do our next donation, which will be on Tuesday, um, we will be sponsoring. There are a couple of blind special need kitty cats that we'll be sponsoring. So that's something that's kind of near and dear to the heart a little bit, um, as far as special needs go. Because obviously we have our special needs deaf kitty, Rosemary. What's that, Yoda? Yoda, come here. We all have a right to change our minds, for sure, for sure. And then Bruce, Cash, you got 2 timeouts. You know, Bruce, I'm not sure if it works like that. If it is 10 minutes or if it's just 5 minutes. I don't know if they add on or once it's done, it's done. That is a good point. I would actually be surprised if we hear from Mr. Mutt again, but who knows. Phineas Cage, you spoiled your cat this Christmas. You let her have some trouts I caught while ice fishing. Oh, that's awesome. Did the kitty like the trout? Just get a little of it? And Karma, I know you said you were just listening as you were driving. I think I resent you an email on your question. Hopefully I'll get to that either later tonight or tomorrow and give you some just general advice when it comes to introductions. I do have some what I consider to be hopefully good tips for you there. We are going to hang out here with Yoda and Tang for maybe about another 3 to 5 minutes or so. Then we're going to hang with some other cats, and then we will get to Rosemary, and I'll get you that update about her thyroid. Phineas, she loved it. You gave her a bit, and now every time you walk to the fridge, she follows you and tries to sneak some away. Nice. Has she had trout before? Do you only have one kitty also? Hi, Orangey. Are you in your tunnel? This is Tang, by the way, those who are new to the channel and might want to ask a question on what his name is. He is Tang. He's a 3-year-old male, one of 9 kitty cats that we have. And some of you wonder if orange tabbies have 1 brain cell. I'm not sure. Sometimes I think Tang might be working on 1 brain cell in a loving way, sometimes not. Goose, Bruce. I've never had goose before. Is it gamey? Is it like chewy? Or maybe just depend on how it's cooked. It's a cute brain cell. Orangey, what are you doing, buddy? Are you stuck? Phineas, you have 6 total, but the one you gave trout to is the one that chose you as their human, and she's not had trout before. Okay. These kitties have only had tuna, and they definitely love tuna, most of them. Is that right, Yoda? You said you love tuna, but you don't like a door that's closed on you. You said it's not right. tuna is moist and great eating. Rosemary had some goose once, and it was okay, kinda. Hey, he's back. Hey, Cashy Mutt. I hope you're doing well. Now you're saying, love you, thanks for helping these cats. Are you okay there, Mr. Mutt? And now you're supposedly subbed. Very interesting. Why the change of heart? Or is that just a joke? Ha 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 ha. Let's see what the reply might be. No change of heart, but you have a sense of humor and you like cats at the same time. Interesting. Interesting. Rosemary, to answer your question, most of these cats do meow when my wife sneezes. My wife is a rapid fire sneezer. Tang, I know, you're being a special little orange kitty cat right now, aren't you? Like, you can't quite figure out how to get out of this contraption. Alright, we're going to leave Tang and Yoda, and we're going to go into another room where there's about 6 kitty cats or so. And we're going to go hang with them for a little while until we get down to our special needs kitty, Rosemary. Hey, bye Yoda. Bye Tang. We'll be back. Alright. Let's go hang out with these kitties. Hi, Max. Maximus. Pandora. Pandora. Hi, Fanny. Baby. Pandora. Have you come to eat the phone, honey? You have. All right, Max, let's hang out with you for a little bit. Pandora, let's not eat the phone. I know. Let's get our teeth off of that phone, honey. You don't need to eat it. Hi, Maximus. You're a good boy. Well, at least most of everybody so far who's voted had a good Christmas, so that's good. Hopefully nobody went into too much debt, potentially. Hi, Max. Dora, stop eating the phone, honey. Move along. Bless you, Max. Max here is about 9 or so. Had him since he was about 6 months. Got him from a rescue group. Hi, baby. Most all of these kitty cats are either rescues or foster fails. My wife and I have fostered, I don't know, probably about 60 kittens so far in our life. An adult also. Pandora, no. So is anybody else fostered here? Hello there, Raymond. Hope things are going well for you. Hope you had a good Christmas with your family, loved ones. Mr. Mutt, are you still here off of any, out of curiosity? Got a question for you. Pandora, that is so not necessary. Raymond, you had a complete foster fail. Every foster that kitty that you had became family. Yeah, I hear you there, Raymond. As far as that goes, not all the kitties that we fostered, obviously, but a good amount of them um, became foster fails. Bruce, yeah, 9 is a lot, isn't it? 9 is plenty. There's Zelda over there. That's our nearly 20-year-old one. Does anybody have any New Year's Eve plans or anything? Anything in particular that they might be doing? Raymond, the same thing with your mom? I wonder if Mr. Mutt's not with us anymore. I had a serious question for him. I'm assuming he's a he. Usually only he's can be kind of crass like that. Hello there, Sydney Cat. You're just here? Can't chat? No worries. Neighbor is over. Yep. Hope you had a good Christmas there also, Sydney Cat. I know, huh? Max, Pandora and you are just don't get along. We got a white kitty, and then we got a black and white kitty. Max is like, why is this white cat by me? And why is she trying to scratch me? And why did she scratch me? All right, let's get some kicks out, Whites. Get some anger out here. Pandora, that does hurt a little bit. Pandora, here. Oh, there. Got some sharp teeth, honey. I know, you do. I know, Max, I'm sorry. Pandora's being a little punky at the moment. Oh, Pandora, that hurts. It's a little Pandora love tap there. Yes, you're gonna lick the wound that you caused. You feel bad about it, honey. Sometimes, Bruce, you know, you've seen enough of these live streams. You know, Pandora can be a little uh, temperamental sometimes, I think is the best word I'll use. Hello there, Jordan. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good Christmas there. Hope life is going well for you at the moment. Got a little maxi action. Let me go over to Zoe here in a moment. Hey, baby. Those of you who have not seen my latest community post, whenever you have a moment, a chance, a few minutes, if you want to check it out, we do have two very different pictures of the baby here. One when she was a tiny little fuzzball of about 6 weeks old, where she's basically just fuzz with eyeballs. And then a much older, more recent picture when she got more of her calico glower, as I call it. And then we also have a picture of, Zelda when she was about 6 months old or so. And then a more recent photograph of her also. Hey, Zelda. Bruce and Tranquil, you saw it and you liked it. Awesome. Go saying a little earlier in this live stream, when we do some donations again at the end of this month on Tuesday, the 31st, we will be helping to sponsor a couple of blind kitties. That's kind of near and dear and close to the heart. If you have a special needs kitty or anybody who has had a special needs kitty, you know how much just more of a, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Just there's a more attachment with those who have like diabetes or those who have, they're deaf or they're blind or maybe they're missing a leg, and they can still get around and get along just as well as a healthy, quote unquote healthy, kind of like normal kitty cat too. And their energy and their passion and their spirit and just soul is still intact and just as strong. Jordan, Christmas out here for us. We're kind of low key on Christmas. We don't really do too much Christmas, so it was good. Just hanging out with these kitty cats. So in that sense, kind of Christmas is every day. When you're doing something that you love, something that's passionate, such as this work, doing this channel, creating this community slowly but surely of fellow cat parents, cat lovers, those who want cats in need. Every day is kind of a Christmas, if you will, in the spirit of being thankful and helping. Sharing my passion with others. And that's the great thing about this platform is anybody can share their passion with others. Sometimes for me, YouTube gets a little annoying, a little frustrating, a little difficult, but at the end of the day, if at least once, preferably a day, but once a week, I can turn somebody into a cat fan, a cat lover, a cat enthusiast, somebody who might have had a bad thought or just, thought cats were like weird or evil or mean or whatever, and kind of to change that mind, then it's always going to be a good thing. Of course, one day, I won't lie, it would be awesome if we had, like, I don't know, a few thousand channel members, and if those channel members just were a channel member for just a dollar, and that's it, then, I mean, that's about $1,700 each month that can go to help cats in need. I just think about how many cats can be helped around the country, a little bit in the world, a little bit, and just keep on growing on that mind frame. Bruce, you're thankful for your kitties, your daughter, your wife, and all of the friends that you have on the platform. Bruce, soon, isn't it now for your daughter? Graduating, a few months, right? Does she have like really any classes to do anymore, Bruce, or is it like all just clinicals or rotations left until we graduate in what is it, May, right? June, okay. Yeah, so getting down to the nitty gritty there. All right, Pandora, have you calmed down, honey? I get the camera back on you. Clinicals and finals. Bruce, does she have also like some kind of I know when I got my bachelor's, Bruce, for education as an elementary school teacher, I had to do like some testing after the fact to become licensed. Is that the same thing in the veterinarian world? I'm assuming it is like some kind of a licensing test that you got to do to become like certified or licensed in the state. State tests. Okay. And then Bruce, another question real quickly, just kind of on that same topic. Does she know yet? Does she like want to work in a like in an animal hospital or like in a mobile unit or like in an emergency animal hospital? Which one is Pandora? The one behind Pandora, the calico behind her, that's the baby. The little black lump loaf here is Max. That one was Zelda. And there's a couple others in here. Hello there, Mr. Muffin. Been a little while. I do recognize that channel name. I hope you've been doing well, and I hope you had a good Christmas. We're going to spend about another 3 minutes or so, 3 to 5 minutes in here with these particular kitties, and then we're going to go down and hang out with Rosemary to end up to wrap up this live stream. If anybody happens to be new listening to this, my name is Adam, aka Catattainment. We have 9 cats. This channel helps cats in needs, helps save cats' lives. So if that's something that you're interested in, just put a comment and let me know, and I can talk to you a little bit more about that. Jordan, yes, they do like toys. You know, the funny thing is, though, Jordan, whenever I go live, the cats are just incredibly lazy. They don't like to do too much. They just like to lay about and be lazy, sleep. I think they know when the camera's on and they're like, yeah, we're not going to do anything. Bruce, she's staying at an animal hospital where she's already, oh, the doctor's already asked, like the main veterinarian. Mr. Muffin, that's a fluffy cheese stick. Yes, yes, it is. Kit. Kit. I'm going to check under the bed. There you are, Kit. Hi, Kit. This here is Kit. She is our only adult foster that we ever had. She was abused and neglected when she was younger, they think. So it took a while for her to trust and to love humans again. But as you can see, she is all good with humans again. And it's Tiny in the basket over there in the tote. Kit, you got plenty of toys, Kit. You got like 5 scratching posts. But yet you always want to scratch the carpet, huh? Gonna go to Zelda here just to end this area, this part of this live stream until we go downstairs. As I was saying earlier, those who don't know, yeah, excuse me, Zelda here will be 20 come January, which is quite saying quite something, especially because she was diabetic. She's been diabetic for the last decade. Bruce, she's got a van, and you've been modifying it to make it into a mobile unit. Okay. Would she be working by herself with that, Bruce, or would she have like a tech, like a vet tech or something, or assistant? Or can you do that just by yourself? I figure you'd have to have at least one other person. Bruce, you gotta head out. I'm not sure what you're saying there. I have to go. What's? I'm just not sure what that means, Bruce. Sorry if you can elaborate for me. I'm slow and old sometimes. You'll help out if you can. Gotcha. I gotcha. Well, at least she's got a dream and got a goal. So that's always a good thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna go head downstairs. Having a little bit of a stroke there for a second, and we're gonna go hang out with Rosemary. Mr. Muffin, also your brother had brought home a very black cat that was a stray living in his gym. How is that kitty doing now, Mr. Muffin? All right, bye, kitties. We'll see ya when we do it again. Go check out Rosemary. Hi, honey. The little black kitty is good, very affectionate. Well, I'm glad that the little kitty's got a loving home now there, Muffin. Okay, he's camouflaged in plain sight. Most of your furniture is also black. Good hide and seek games there. So, those who know about Rosemary, A, she is deaf. Bye bye, Bruce. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. A, she is deaf. B, she has hyperthyroid disease. Now, that being said, sometimes her thyroid, which controls her metabolism, goes a little out of whack. She is on medication to help kind of control that disease, insidious disease. She had a T4, it's called a T4 test done on Tuesday to check because we had noticed recently over the past like 2 weeks or so, she had been a lot more vocal. She had a food change, which means she just stopped eating the food that we were giving to her. We had to give her something else. Just very active. Hello there, cat friends. Hello, Bailey. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you had a good Christmas. So we got her T4 test results back today, and it was at a 12. Now, normal T4 numbers for a hyperthyroidic cat, or any kind of cat in that regard, is like 1 to 5. So being at a 12, she is like way up at the moment. So we are increasing her dosage, her medication, her thyroid medication, in hopes that that's kind of going to lower that number back down. Tranquil, severe weather is on the way. Well, Tranquil, if you have to leave the live, then do what you need to do. What's best for you, because obviously you got to be safe for your kitties, your mom, yourself, your family. So if you need to head out, I understand that completely. Or it might be heading this way too, but I'm assuming you're talking about weather in your area, Tranquil. So if you got to go, then I understand completely. But anyways, what I was saying with Rosemary here. Muffin, you can tell that she's deaf because normally a cat's ears will move in response to the sound of someone speaking to them. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So the next couple of weeks are going to be kind of crucial for her. We're hoping to get her number back down. And the other bad thing, hyperthyroidism, is a cat is going to eat more. They're going to eat because they're always going to be hungry. But unfortunately, even though they're always eating, they're always hungry, they actually start losing weight because their metabolism is running so fast
that they burn through the food, through the calories that they ate, and then they're starting to like burn through their extra fat that they might have on them. And you can kind of tell, maybe, maybe not. Rosemary is not the biggest of kitties anyway. She only weighs a little over 5 pounds. She's always been kind of a smaller cat since she's been in our lives, which is a whole different story. But she's down to about 5.1 or so, so we don't have a lot of weight to play with her. But what we're thinking of doing, and which we did with another kitty cat, Pandora, who also had hyperthyroidism, there is a treatment, a special treatment called the I-131 treatment, which is a radioactive iodine shot. It goes into the bloodstream. It goes up to the where the thyroid is, and it destroys the tumor that is attached to the thyroid, causing the disease. So we are definitely putting in some thoughts that if we can get this under control again, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get her I-131 treated as well. Welcome back, Bruce. So that's kind of what's going on with Rosemary. Anybody who wants to give Rosemary some positive vibes, some prayers, it would be welcome and appreciated. To those who who do pray, who do believe in the power of prayer, and who do believe in higher powers besides just yourself. Not to get on too much of a topic here, but I think too many people, their God is kind of themselves in today's world. It feels like. But I know there's still plenty of people out there that pray and that believe in that power and that believe in something that's kind of like bigger than themselves. So again, just any of that praying for her, and she'll appreciate it, and I will definitely appreciate it, because we are in not like incredibly worry mode here at the moment, but it is a little worrisome. The other thing we're going to do also, besides increasing her dosage, is we're going to start feeding her a little bit more in hope of, if she gets a little bit more in her, then when her system is kind of overtaxed, or when her metabolism is kind of going out of whack, then that little bit of extra calories in her will kind of help stave off her like eating, like taking her like fat deposits, which there isn't much of. Hello there, Icon. The update for Rosemary is, as you know, or as I think you know, Icon, Rosemary has hyperthyroidism. She's relatively always been kind of stable for the most part, but we did a T4 test on her, which checks her thyroid function a few days ago, and it's like way, way up compared to what it normally is. So because of that, we are going to increase her medication, and we're going to give her some extra food, because unfortunately we're at a point right now where she's eating more because of her metabolism being so high. But because it's so high, her metabolism is burning through her calories that she eats normally, and then it's burning that extra food, or that was the extra kind of getting her extra weight, or her fat, stuff like that. So she's skinnier. So that's what's going on. Rosemary, to answer your question, have you ever used those high calorie foods for that? Well, that's what we're doing now, Rosemary. There are a few cat foods, like basic cat foods. When I say basic, I mean like, Blue Buffalo, Fancy Feast, that kind of stuff, that pack a little bit more calories in them. So that is what we are doing, actually, Rosemary. We're also going to be feeding her. Right now she gets fed 4 times a day, and we're going to start feeding the little one 6 times a day to get a little bit more weight on her, and we'll also be weighing her every maybe 4 or 5 days or so. Icon, you are welcome for the explanation. Absolutely. I definitely know that Rosemary is a fan favorite. I think Rosemary and Yoda are probably 2 of the favorites of most people that know the channel and know these kitty cats. Raymond, we can, but see, the thing is, though, she may not eat it, so it's kind of tricky. if the kitty doesn't eat, then it doesn't matter what the food is going to do. Right? I mean, the cat's got to be willing to actually eat the food in order for it to be useful. And right now we have stuff that's working for her. Yeah. So, Rosemary, I've had vets recommend a high calorie pate or paste. Just wonderful. One of your kitties is very thin and fussy. And also, that reminds me, Rosemary, there is also, I think we do have, we ordered like recently, the last maybe 6 months or so, there is like a high caloric like paste that we have somewhere in this house. I don't know where. And that's something else that we can give her a little bit, just like as a little snack, a little treat, a little something to kind of pack on those pounds a little bit. Bailey, she is sleepy right now. At least it seems like it. I think, Rosemary, that they did, but I'd have to try it again. And the good thing about it, to be honest with you, whether like Rosemary, the kitty cat, likes it or not, it's something that we could put into a syringe, and if it comes to it, we can just kind of syringe it down her throat a little bit. You know. Well, we wish we could do Tiny, who's not really tiny, but Tiny's like 16 pounds. We would love to be able to pull some fat out of her. Sorry, I mean, she is kind of fat, so just kind of, pull some extra weight out of her and inject it like into Rosemary. But we know that you can't do that, though. Rosemary, what about churro bisque? I'm not sure, Rosemary. I'd have to look into that. I think we do have some churro. It just depends on the calorie count, Rosemary, really. Yeah, Kat or Bailey, we do, yeah, 16. We have a couple that are close to 15, 16, 17 pounds. Tiny, Yoda's around that weight. Max is around that weight. But still, overall, those are kind of some of our skinnier kitties compared to our biggest one, who was 25 pounds. He was just a big old barn cat, just a tuxedo. So that's Rosemary's update. Hopefully, as time goes on, I will continue to update the community about what's going on with her, especially if we can get her kind of stabilized and get her number lowered. Because the one thing about that treatment that I was talking about earlier, that I-131 treatment, traditionally, usually a cat has to be off of any medication, thyroid medication, for about 2 weeks or so before they do that therapy. So that's where we got to get that number down low enough, and then she's off for 2 weeks, and then her number is going to skyrocket up a little bit. But then with this radiation therapy, that's pretty much a cure nowadays. Anybody who's ever had that I-131 treatment or knows about it, who's read about it, it is very, 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 very like 98, 99% successful in eliminating the issue. And I also will say, just a little bit of me rambling here, but I think it's important, that hyperthyroidism like 10, 20, 30 years ago used to be something that would rarely be seen. And Bruce, you might be able to speak about this, or your daughter might. It seems like hyperthyroidism is something that is on the increase when it comes to, I don't know about canines, doggies, but when it comes to our kitties. We think it's with the food. There's something with the food, especially I think the dry food, some kind of chemical in there or something that might be causing this hyperthyroidism. Can't say that for sure, but there has been some studies that it might be leading to this increasage of hyperthyroidism that's being seen. Bailey, to answer your questions, all the other kitties for the most part are doing well. Zelda, our nearly 20-year-old, she's hanging in there. We have a little bit of like eye gunkiness going around. Bailey, as you know, I know you have quite a few yourself. I think you have like 6, Bailey. Maybe you have 9. I don't remember, but I think you have at least 6. When somebody gets like a little bit of eye gunk, a little bit of watering eyes going on, then it's inevitable that pretty much everybody else is going to get it. It's just going to go through them. Brewster, ask her when she gets home. Okay, I appreciate that, Bruce, about that. Just see if she's seen that, a little bit of increase on it. 6 kitties, Bailey, okay. I thought it was 6, I just wasn't sure. So, I don't know, it's just one of those things being a cat parent and you see, you feel like a cat is not, I don't want to say suffering necessarily, but just a little high strung, just very active, and there's really not much you can do about it right now, in the here and the now. And it's just one of those things you just wish maybe a year ago we should have just got her this treatment, but we figured she's a little bit older and it's like, is it worth the risk? Maybe, maybe not, but it's like, now let's just do this. She's older, so that does come with some risks, obviously, but just to knock this out of her system so she doesn't have to deal with these highs and these lows and these ups and these downs. Let's just get this done. It's for sure a little pricey, and I'm not going to start a GoFundMe page or divert money from this channel now to her, because we can cover this. But it's not cheap. It's even more expensive in different parts of the country. Thankfully, out here in North Carolina, we only paid about $3,000 for Pandora, and that's probably about what we'd pay with Rosemary too. It's costly because in certain places, like I know up in New York, and I want to see down in Florida, once a cat gets this treatment, they have to stay in the animal hospital that it was done in for 2 weeks. Because they're just very, very cautious when it comes to the radiation factor. Out in North Carolina, you can be in... No, actually, never mind, strike that. That's only in New York. Florida is the complete opposite. Down in Florida, I think I've read or seen some things where they can go back home the next day. But you have to be careful, though. You have to separate the kitties because the kitty that got the shot is still considered to be radioactive. So when they pee and poo, there's still going to be some radiation in that, and you have to keep it separate, and you got to keep it for 3 months, and then the decaying iodine in their feces and in their pee is finally at a level where it's not going to set anything off or harm anything. So it's a whole process. But anyways, it is rapidly approaching that hour mark, so I am going to start to head out here from this live stream. I appreciate everybody who's been here. We had a bit of an interesting time earlier with Mr. Mutt, who never came back on. We had our little clown for the night, but hey, it happens. Anyways, again, as always, if any of you are thinking of adopting, please think about adopting a older cat, older, even be 3, 4, 5 years old. Remember to always speak up for your kitties. You are their voice. They need you to speak up for them. They can't speak for themselves. I'm going to start saying my goodbyes to everybody. Rosemary, Bruce, Bailey, Karma, Tranquil, if you're still hanging here. I'm not sure if you had to go. Icon and Raymond. Just kind of scrolling down. Mr. Muffin, if you're still hanging here. And anybody else that I might have missed. I wish you all a good night. God bless. Take care. And we will be back on Saturday, as far as I know. I will definitely give a update again as far as... how Rosemary is doing with her dosage increase and her more food that I'm sure she'll love. Bailey, hopefully I hope you had a good Christmas also, and I will talk to you all on Saturday. Take care. God bless. Bye, everybody. Bye, Rosie.